Category-specific tasks implementation. Complete this form if you are applying for planning and implementation funds. If you are applying for solid waste enforcement funds, end this tutorial now and find the tutorial for category-specific tasks solid waste enforcement. Let's begin. Task title. Select a task title from the drop-down menu that best covers all the activity in your scope of work. For this example, we'll select MRW collection and management. Task cost. If your LSWFA application with ecology includes one task, the task cost must be the same as the total eligible cost entered on the general information form. The TEC is 100% of the agreement amount. That includes the state share amount plus local contribution. If your application includes more than one task, the task cost for each task must equal the total eligible cost. For this example, the agreement total eligible cost is $150,000 and my application will include 3 tasks. Next, identify the task status. Select from the drop-down menu. For this example, the task is not new or a pilot. It is one that the local government has been implementing for years with or without LSWFA support. Ongoing is selected. Moving on. One of the main eligibility criteria for this funding is that it implement eligible projects or programs that are identified in the local solid or hazardous waste management plan. This next question is asking you to confirm that the task is referenced in either plan and to identify the name of the plan with a page number where the work is referenced so ecology can verify. Part 2 of this question wants you to identify if the local solid waste management plan has been updated in the last 5 years. If the plan is more than 5 years old, your ecology regional contact is flagged to have a discussion about updating the plan. For this example, we are going to select yes, the plan has been updated in the last 5 years. Task coordinator. Enter the name of the person that can answer task-related questions should they come up during the life of this agreement. Task goal statement. In 2 to 3 sentences, describe the reason you are implementing this task. For example, the goal of this task is to provide safe alternatives to properly manage MRW in the county. Next is task description. The task description should be concise, identifying the work to be performed, who will perform it, and the costs you expect reimbursed throughout the agreement. For this example, there are 2 activities under this task that will be performed. One activity is MRW facility operations, and another activity is a mobile collection event. Next is the outcomes recipient expects to achieve with the task cost. The measurable outcomes in the drop-down menu are what ecology is tracking. Please select at least one, not including the staff hours. If there's outcomes or outputs that you want ecology to consider that is not in the drop-down menu, please add them at the end of the task description box, and then be sure to discuss it with your ecology regional contact as the agreement is being drafted. For this example, we will select 2 outcomes: HHW collected for energy, recovery, wastewater treatment, incineration, or hazardous waste landfill. Now, in order for me to get another line to add my second outcome, I need to select save. Continue to do this until you've entered all the outcomes that you want to list. For my second outcome, I'm selecting HHW collected for recycling. I now need to estimate my expected outcome for each measure and select the unit of measure for each. Remember, only estimate the outcomes achieved with the task budget. Next, describe the method you will use to evaluate whether or not you are achieving your outcomes. For this example, Jungle County has a tracking system to confirm residency and can tally the number of residents coming to the MRW facility, including estimating the weight or volume of material each resident drops off. The contractor provides a manifest that itemizes the material by type and weight and disposition that Jungle County uses to tally tons and final disposition. Next is partners. Not including contractors, are there other agencies or organizations that you anticipate working with? If these entities are getting paid, the cost should be identified in your task description. For this example, we'll select no. And last but not least, existing contracts. If you have a contract that is fully executed, which means it includes signatures, and you expect these costs to be reimbursed, ecology must review the contract. Contractors are held to the same eligibility standard as recipients. We ask that you upload your contract or contracts here. In the alternative, if your contract is not yet executed, do not upload it here. Now, earlier I said this application would include 3 tasks. I'm not going to go through all 3 tasks, but I do want to show you that I've just completed entering the information for task 1, I've saved the form, and now using this add button, I want to start a task 2. And then I would start the process all over and select my task title, my task cost, and so on until I've filled out task 2. Then I would save the form. That concludes the tutorial for the category-specific tasks implementation form.